Hey everyone, welcome. I am so incredibly pumped to dive into this explainer with you today. We are tackling the ultimate sports bar argument. You know the one? It's a debate that literally sets comment sections on fire, it completely divides generations, and honestly, it gets to the very heart of what makes cricket such a massive, passionate obsession for so many of us. We're going to put the legendary Indian cricket teams of the past head-to-head with the modern powerhouse of today. So buckle up because these eras are about to collide.
So, right off the bat, we've got to ask the burning question that constantly divides cricket forums and passionate fans all over the world. Is today's Indian cricket team actually weaker than the legends of the past? Or, are we just looking at that golden era through rose-tinted glasses? It's a really fascinating clash. It's pure nostalgia going up against cold, hard modern statistics. And just to give you a taste of how intense the emotion behind this debate really is, just listen to this comment from a passionate fan going by the name Ripple Guy over on Reddit. They wrote, "If this Indian team was playing in the 2000 to 2004 period when Australia was at its peak, India would get hammered really bad." No holding back there, right? That is a super fiery statement. But honestly, it perfectly captures the stakes of this intergenerational debate. Fans are just so deeply emotionally invested in the heroes they grew up watching, and they hold the modern squad to some impossibly high standards.
Section 1. The ultimate cricket debate. Nostalgia versus modern dominance.
Okay, so if we boil down literally thousands of forum threads into the core argument, purists on the Indian cricket fans forums basically argued that the 2011 era had this unmatched, totally impenetrable batting depth, a lineup that could absorb pretty much any shock, backed up by these super handy part-time bowlers who provided absolutely crucial overs. But on the flip side, even the most deeply nostalgic fans have to admit that the 2023 era features an unprecedented, just completely lethal fast bowling depth paired up with elite top-order power. So it's kind of the ultimate matchup, right? An unstoppable batting force versus an immovable bowling object.
Section 2. The golden era of batting. The 2000s and 2011 Masters.
The absolute bedrock of that 2011 arsenal was built on just a massive volume of pure match winners. Fans constantly point to the Fab Five legacy. You've got Rahul Dravid, right? The impenetrable wall just absorbing all the pressure and completely blunting the new ball. And that allowed the aggressive players to completely capitalize later on. Then you had these incredibly deep finishers, guys like Yuvraj Singh, Suresh Raina, and MS Dhoni, who could basically single-handedly chase down massive scores. And critically, this era had batters who could actually bowl. Yuvraj, Sachin, Sehwag, they were part-time bowlers who routinely gave their captain 15 to 20 crucial wicket-taking overs. And honestly, that kind of flexibility is incredibly rare to find today.
And if you want proof of that sheer destructive firepower from the golden era, just look at the timeline of India crossing the 400-run milestone in ODIs. They first broke that massive barrier in 2007 against Bermuda. Then they did it again in 2009 against Sri Lanka and hit their highest score ever, 418, against the West Indies in 2011. Like, they were consistently smashing the 400-run barrier well before it became a common thing in world cricket. It was an absolute paradigm shift in aggressive batting. And honestly, if you're looking for the ultimate symbol of that era's versatility, you literally don't need to look any further than Yuvraj Singh. He was the ultimate X factor. As one of our sources highlighted, he wasn't just the hero of the 2011 World Cup. He was this clutch match winner who could step up, hit 6 sixes in a single over, and then turn right around and bowl some absolutely brilliant left-arm spin. Having a player of that caliber completely altered the balance of the whole team. It gave them a structural advantage that modern teams frankly just struggle to replicate.
Section 3. The modern bowling powerhouse. The 2023 engine.
Now, before we even touch the bowling of the 2023 era, we actually have to talk about their batters, because it is historically elite. I know nostalgia tells us the older batters were untouchable, but expert analysis from former England batter Mark Rampekesh tells a slightly different story. He actually noted that the 2023 top 6 should be a template for 50-over batting. Get this, during the 2023 World Cup, India's top 5 averaged an insane 67.63. As Ramprakash said, literally nobody else comes close. They managed to marry traditional techniques with aggressive modern stroke play just perfectly.
And right in the center of that modern batting template is Virat Kohli. Just wrap your head around this number, 50. Former Australian fast bowler Jason Gillespie actually pointed out that Kohli hit 10,000 ODI runs in exactly 50 fewer innings than the great Sachin Tendulkar. Gillespie just flat out called Kohli's batting a true masterclass.
So while fans might worry about the modern team relying a bit too heavily on one or two batters, you absolutely cannot deny the historic, record-shattering efficiency of those top guys.
But here is the real game changer. This is where the 2023 squad completely separates itself: the bowling arsenal. Even the most die-hard fans of the 2000s generally agree on this. This is the most lethal attack India has ever produced. You have unprecedented pace depth with Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Shami, and Mohammad Siraj. Then you add in the lethal spin duo of Kuldeep Yadav and Ravindra Jadeja. As it's discussed really heavily on the Reddit forums, this specific bowling unit has the capability to defend low totals effortlessly, and they consistently take 20 wickets in really hostile away conditions. And honestly, this sheer bowling dominance frequently masks any potential fragility down in the lower batting order.
And man, when you combine that formidable bowling firepower with Rohit Sharma's aggressive leadership, it's wild. Just look at his win rate here. As a full-time ODI captain, he boasts a staggering 75% win rate. But it's not even just about the wins. It's how he actually goes about winning. Rohit completely revolutionized power play batting for India. He takes this incredibly aggressive approach right from the very first over, totally dismantling the opposition's bowling plans and perfectly setting the stage for the rest of that lethal lineup.
Section 4. The All-Time Dream Team. Synthesizing the Eras. Okay, so what happens if we actually merge these eras? Based on analysis from various cricket experts, we get a genuinely terrifying all-time greatest Indian ODI XI. It's just an unprecedented concentration of talent. Opening up, you've got the absolute majesty of Sachin Tendulkar, paired right alongside the modern destructive power of Rohit Sharma. The middle order is basically a fortress. You have the chase master himself, Virat Kohli, the X-Factor Yuvraj Singh, and the ultimate finisher and captain, MS Dhoni. For all-rounders, we bring in the 1983 hero Kapil Dev, alongside the modern maestro Ravindra Jadeja. And that bowling attack? Wow. Anil Kumble, Javagal Srinath, Zahir Khan, and the lethal Yorkers of Jasprit Bumrah. It is a perfectly balanced, genuinely scary lineup for any opponent.
But honestly, the most mind-blowing part of this whole thought experiment might just be who actually got left off the list. The talent pool in Indian cricket is just so overwhelmingly deep that all-time greats, true legends of the sport like Rahul Dravid and Mohammad Shami, are forced to sit on the bench. It just brilliantly illustrates the totally unmatched, multi-generational legacy of Indian ODI cricket. Section 5. The Road to 2027. A New Era of Leadership.
So that brings us to the reality of right now. We are currently entering what's being defined as the Gill era. With veterans like Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli retiring from T20 internationals to focus their energy, Shubman Gill is officially taking the reins of the ODI vice-captaincy and stepping into the leadership group. He's transitioning to build the squad toward the 2027 World Cup. It's a massive, massive passing of the torch. But don't count the veterans out just yet. Chief Selector Ajit Agarkar laid out a super fascinating mandate for the older guys. Yes, Rohit and Kohli are focusing purely on ODIs, but legacy alone isn't going to just automatically secure their spots. They're actually required to go back and play domestic cricket, tournaments like the Ranji Trophy or Vijay Hazare Trophy, just to stay match sharp. It's a very pragmatic approach. It gives them a crucial testing ground to work on their techniques away from the glaring international spotlight, ensuring they stay in peak physical and mental condition, because they need to serve not just as batters, but as really essential mentors to Gill's new leadership group.
We've looked at the wild stats, we've broken down the passionate fan debates, and we've mashed up these legendary eras. But the beautiful thing about cricket is that the conversation never truly ends. So I want to leave you with this. After everything we've uncovered in this explainer today, who makes your all-time Indian ODI 11? Would you prioritize the unmatched batting depth of 2011, or are you rolling with the lethal bowling attack of 2023? Let the debate continue in your own minds. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. Keep learning, and I'll definitely catch you next time.
Hey everyone!